Hey everybody, Jeff Sansone with another Tigers basketball interview, and today I'm really happy to have Kelsi Wilkenloh. I was so worried about her last name, I messed up the first name. Hey Kelsi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for
Uh,
having me.
you're welcome. Thanks for doing this. Glad we're getting to talk to you. It's we're coming up on the end of the season. We're doing this right after it's a Friday night. You guys just played Norwalk in Norwalk. It was a really tough game. What'd you see down there? What'd you think of the game?
Yeah, so that game did surprise me at the beginning a little bit. They got a really good player back, so we had to adjust to her, but we got off to kind of a slow start. It wasn't what we expected, but we were able to dig ourselves out of that hole and just run with them and, yeah, get back to playing our game, and we ended up successful, which was great.
It is great. I was legit worried in that first quarter. I think you guys were down 15-8 maybe after the first quarter. It might be the biggest deficit you've had all year if my memory serves. I think the Danbury game might have been one of the closer ones, right?
Yeah, and definitely weren't expecting to be losing by that much, so it was definitely a shock.
Yeah, I mean, my guidance to the fans was, hey, second hit quarter, just try to tie this game up and then go into halftime and just play the second half like a new game. And you guys kind of did that. You even had a little lead at halftime and then you gave it up again. But that's an exciting game, and I think it's good for you guys to get challenged, right? I mean, you guys, one of my questions to Coach Coloni was, hey, you haven't been challenged. How do you get this team ready? What do you think? Have practices been very intense? How is this team staying sharp?
Yeah, exactly. So we had 3 days of straight practice. First practice was great. The second one, we kind of lost our focus a little bit and we had to regroup. But then yesterday's practice, we really got back on track and we just try to take it one day at a time. And today, I think we might have been focusing on tomorrow a little bit with Staples being one of the biggest games of the season. But right before halftime and during halftime, we just had to focus back on the game and I think we were able to do that and just take it one game at a time.
Had a rough practice this week. That must be the one you're referring to. But yeah, good for you guys. Listen, you got a big game tomorrow. I heard Staples picked up a game tonight. I don't know who they're playing because it looked like they weren't going to have the ability to score as many points as you guys have the ability to score. But now it looks like they will. So tomorrow is going to be a big game. How do you guys back to back? Have you had back to backs yet this year?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think.
You got to just go, right? So from one game to the other. Yeah, listen, it's been good. How does this? We had a couple of players. Cameron McClellan was in the chat, and Kate Wagner was in the chat during your game, cheering you guys on. How's this team different from last year's team, who won the championship, by the way?
Yeah, I think last year's captains were like really good, super good leaders. I think that our captains this year were able to really like fill up in their shoes, and the team is pretty similar to last year. So I think our bond has gotten a lot stronger, and next year might be a little different just because we're losing 5 people that have played, well, besides Faith, 4 people that have played on the same team for 2 years straight. So it's good we're having some freshmen and JV players step in with us and get some experience, and they've been doing awesome. So I think this year it has been a little different, but not too extreme, and the team's looking pretty good. So
yeah, it's good. What about you? Are you a multi-sport athlete? Do you just play basketball? Where are your interests lie? Is this your main sport?
yeah, I only play basketball, so I'm able to focus on it on the off season.
That's great. And Faith and I had a discussion about her playing with some of the RBA kids. You were a St. Mary's kid for a period of time. Did you finish at St. Mary's or did you move over at one point?
Yeah, so I started off in RBA in 5th grade, and then obviously my dad was the coach at St. Mary's in 7th and 8th, so I played on St. Mary's. So I did have to adjust to playing with the other 4 seniors because they were all on RBA. So it was a little tough in the beginning, but I'm really glad I got to get close with them, and I really love playing with them. So.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, and it's fun. I mean, it's great to see that the 2 programs come together at the high school and everyone becomes a Tiger at some point, I coach the boys, and it's nice to see them on the freshman team playing with the RBA kids and everyone just doing their thing. They played really well tonight. They played after you guys today in Norwalk.
Yeah.
They did good. Yeah, it was a good time. What's on your wall behind you? You got some photos up. Is that just some
This is
wow.
I go like all through high school with all my photos. So.
Oh, that's really cool. So high school's coming to an end. What's your plan for next year? Do you know what you're going to do yet?
Yeah, so I'm going to the University of Maryland to study environmental science. Super exciting. I know where I'm going, which is kind of unlike the other seniors. I mean, Kelly, obviously, congrats to her, but no one else really knows where they're going, and a lot of my friends don't know either yet. So, but Maryland for me. So.
Good for. Is that where Kelly's also going?
She's going to Delaware.
Delaware, my fault. Yeah, so good for you. Maryland, great school, big school. We got some Tigers down there too. Do you have friends down there who are already students at Maryland?
Um, I have a few. Cameron McCullen, obviously from last year, goes there, so I'm planning on reaching out to her. And I know there's been a lot of people in the program that go there. It's a pretty big and popular school, so.
Yeah, it's a beautiful campus. I took my daughter Mia there for our college tour, and it's really, really very pretty, and a big school. So, are you looking to play sports there at any level?
I mean, I might join like club basketball, something, or try something new. I don't know, but I definitely want to stay active. So.
Yeah, well, it's going to be beautiful down there. So that's congratulations. And do you have any family that went there, or is this are you the first?
No, I'm the first to go to Maryland. I do have family that lives in Maryland, but no one's gone there. So.
Oh, that's nice. So we have people close by.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
good. Senior night was fun. Did you have a nice time at your senior night? It's kind of a nice time to get acknowledgments. Kind of any tears, any good
Yeah.
memories there.
Yeah, that was a great night. I mean, no tears from me, probably my mom though. But yeah, it was a great night. It wasn't a traditional senior night. There wasn't like anything after, but the team did go out to eat, which was nice. And obviously the recognition was really nice and just a special night I'll always remember. So
Yeah, I'm really happy that you guys got the season in, and I'm sure you are too, because
yeah.
it was very unsure in the off season, right? I mean, here we are now, just about done with our season, our 12 games, and you remember in November and December, you probably thought there wasn't going to be a season, right? And that must have been hard. How did you stay prepared? How did you stay ready during all that COVID stuff?
Yeah, so I attended almost everything that coach gave us available to do in the off season. Like there were results workouts and Coach Max practices. So I always tried to do that and then stay active on my own. And I was just hoping for the best. And I'm really happy that we didn't get contact traced because I know there were a few teams, girls teams that did have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So we've been pretty lucky, and knock on wood, nothing happens in these next 2 weeks. So
Yeah, that would be a bummer, especially with what's at stake. I mean, regular season, who cares, whatever, but it matters this year because COVID means home games for the higher seed, which I think might be a first in the FCAC. If I'm no historian, but I don't know if they've ever done that before. So this is meaningful. I think tomorrow's game is going to determine your position for the offseason, and having home court, is meaningful, I would think. Do you guys care where you play, or do you not care?
no, I definitely would love to play home court. I mean, getting on a bus always just brings the mood down, but also having our home court fans and getting just to be familiar with the gym is great. I mean, tonight, just an example, is like the gym in Norwalk isn't the best, and I think that might have even been like part of the reason why we got off to a bad start. And we seem to always do well in our home gym, so I'm really excited if we get to play there.
Yeah, I think now I can't remember her name, but I think that player was one of the reasons you got off to a bad start too. She was really good.
Yeah, yeah.
She was a killer. She was
Mhm.
really good. I was really impressed with her game. It looked like she just ran out of gas though towards the second half there. She was walking around, and just it's tough playing in masks. Has it bothered you? Do you notice anymore? I know you guys pride yourselves on your fitness. Is the mask a problem for you?
For me, it's really not at all. I mean, I'm extremely used to it, and I think we have a really good type of mask. We all wear like the same one. I'm not really sure what it's called, but yeah, I'm really used to it. I mean, even in masks breaks, like no one really has to take it off, and I almost feel like if we weren't wearing masks, it would feel weirder than if we were. We're just so used to it by now.
Yeah, once you're able to go out and do stuff without a mask on, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I know you have a younger sister. I think I saw her at senior night. Is she playing ball right now, or does she play basketball?
Yeah, she's on the freshman and JV team, so it's really exciting. Get to
Oh,
hang
that's
out with
fun.
her. Yeah.
Do you guys practice together ever?
We used to before. I mean, just because of COVID, we haven't been practicing with the younger kids, but we were practicing together, and I would get to drive her there and spend time with her, which was really nice. So.
Oh, that's very nice. Good memories for you guys. I'm sure she's going to miss you and you guys when you move on to Maryland, but
Yeah.
not too far, right? It'll be a nice road trip for you guys to catch up. Well, listen, Kelsi, I'm really glad you took time out on a Friday night to talk to me, and I will play this for everyone before the Staples game tomorrow. We'll get it up, and we will wrap up our season with your interview. So glad we got to catch up, and say hi to your mom and dad, and good luck the rest of the way, okay?
Okay, thank you so much for having me. I'll say hi.
All right. Thanks, Kelsi.
Yeah, bye.